Hi, my name is Adura. I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the podcast. Today we have really special because I say this every episode, but this episode is pretty special because this person is special to my heart. I wasn't talking about him. I'm talking about I know
I like that.
So,
okay, my name is Abigail, and you're welcome.
Abby what?
Abigail. Abigail. Tamara.
Abigail.
Abigail.
Oh,
Abigail.
Nice.
Yes.
So who do we have here?
You guys have BKAY. BKAY is God. BKAY does. Thank you very much.
We can't hear.
Appreciate
We didn't hear that. Calm down.
BKAY.
Talk to us in your normal
Please
voice.
don't
Nah,
use
this is my
vampire
normal voice,
for us,
man.
please.
No, this is my
Thank you.
normal voice. This is my normal voice now.
No, it's coming out.
Exactly. So before I let BK introduce himself, real quick, if you are new here and this is the first time you are listening to us or you're watching us on whatever platform, YouTube, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, basically this podcast is for young people. But on today's podcast is going to be a rant. We're going to explain how this is a rant.
We always rant.
No, I
actually.
know.
We always rant,
I
but
know.
this one is about
very
Lagos,
genuine, right?
everybody can relate.
Exactly, and we're going to explain to you how we got birthed. But first of all, if this is your first time, give us like 3 minutes of your time. If after 3 minutes you don't like what you've listened to so far, you can.
Adura will refund your data for you.
Why Adura? Are we not a team
Because
anymore?
you're the boss.
Who is the boss? All right, so but yeah, man. Thank you so much. I don't know why I'm saying thank you, but just hang around, right? So yeah, today we're talking about crazy Lagos experiences, right? An amazing human behind the scene called Prime, behind the set, literally. He handles our social media, so all of the things that you're seeing on social media, it genuinely,
especially the Twitter space and stuff.
it's not me, it's Prime.
It's not Adura.
So
It's Prime.
So Prime made this tweet a couple of weeks ago, and it took fire. Like, it was one of those tweets that you didn't really expect. That, well, obviously we were expecting. I mean, tweets, man, we're all expecting it to blow, but we don't know the one that actually blows, right? And it just did, right? We got a lot of conversations from there, and I'm like, it would only deem it fit to have an episode about it, alright? So we're talking about the crazy Lagos experiences, but before we go into that, we're in the habit of improving the community and growing the community. And what I mean is, if you are listening to us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, or wherever you get your podcast, not just comment, but take a screenshot and share on your social media, because this little act would grow the podcast, right? BK is looking at me like, I just want to introduce myself. What is my social? Just give us a second. So enough said. I'll start with the gentle lady in the room. Please I'll start with what's the craziest thing that's happened to you inside this Lagos? Like, if you don't know, if you're listening to us from the diaspora, Lagos is the central of Nigeria, and it is.
Lagos is a mad place.
Don't say that. We're trying to sell.
Lagos is a mad place.
Okay.
You're not trying to sell anything.
Why do you think Lagos is a mad place?
Okay, I was coming today, right? I got into a bus and I was coming down to Ikeja. I'd already paid. I gave this conductor money. I said, this is my money for transport. Do you know that this guy actually came back to me to ask me for transport money, to ask me for money again?
That one is normal now.
Excuse you. Like, I paid. Did you forget?
It's not, okay, see, no. This happens to us, right? We hold on to our phones and we're looking at, where's my phone? We're calling our phone. Okay, has it happened to you?
I've had that experience.
That's very normal. That's very normal. He
So-
sees a lot of faces every day, man. So,
Please,
No,
cut off.
every day, like, I was inside the bus already. He collected my money.
did he look
Right.
at you walk with?
He did. And then he came back again and he was telling me your money. And I'm like, are you saying something wrong?
So what did you do? Because, okay, one thing I know that those ladies behind the scenes, they will open her eyes, they will shout, but in the real time,
I was like, I've paid. How many times do you want to collect your money? And he was like, when did you give me money? And then I focused on my phone.
okay,
But
so
I wish I said something, but thank God I did not say anything.
so before I go into my experiences, and we're just going to piggyback everybody's responses and make it a conversation on the other end as well, right? Vicky has a story to tell us, right? But your name is not Vicky. What's your actual name?
Chukwubuikem.
The Lord is mine, right?
The Lord is my strength. Became his strength.
So I'm going to honor that name by not saying it. No. Do you ever? Do you ever meet some people and you hear their names and you're like, okay. Because you don't want to ruin it.
You don't want to mess it up. No.
It's a gamble. It's a gamble. Like if it comes out of my mouth, okay, and it goes, okay, everybody wins. But if it doesn't
Every
go
time you
well,
pronounce it's like, okay,
Nah.
maybe. Come on.
so you get. So I think we're gonna stick with BK. So tell us your not just Lagos crazy story, but the origin of
Origin.
the origin of
Yeah.
how you came to Lagos and the typical Okon came to Lagos. Just
Okoni Lagos.
you understand?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. So I came to Lagos 2021 April 22nd. It's very fresh. Because it was such a very big move for me, like when coming to Lagos and everything. So I've been doing music like while in uni, and I know that okay, it's Lagos normally. It's not here. As much as I love this place, I know it's not here. I mean, the target is the world, so you have to. Step up and everything. So like after school, I was like, okay, how will I escape this place now? My dad, Jesus Christ, my dad. Because my dad is very.
Where is this place?
This is Anambra.
Oh. okay.
I love your shirt, by the
Wow,
way.
man, thanks. And
So because mine is
Yours is plain and it's white. I love black.
you see that by instinct, ladies love bad guys. Look at how it looks
I
like.
love
Yes.
black. No,
I'm
it's
just
not like
saying,
that.
come
Come
on,
on.
The conversation is
I
one.
don't know. It's
I'm
not like
joking.
that.
I'm joking.
yeah, so my dad was very like, he was already planning like, this, and I was like, how do I escape? Okay, I need a way to escape. So meanwhile in school, people used to go to Lagos now. Like some of my friends that were doing music, they would have like go to Lagos, do shows, come back. I couldn't because I was going from my house to school, so it was not something that I could pull off. I can just go to Lagos plus that journey, like how many hours? So I was like, okay, the only way for me to actually be here is service. So I was always looking forward to service, even while I was in uni. So I was like, okay, service. I was biding my time. So service came, worked it to Lagos. Am I supposed to say that? Don't do it. It's very illegal. But still, worked it to Lagos. It didn't work. I was like, hey. So they posted me to Enugu. I was like, hey God, Jesus, God, are you telling me that this is not what I'm supposed to be doing? What's going on? It took a while for it to click, and then it entered. My mom was like, you're going to Lagos. Why are you going to stay with? I have this friend. I was like, this friend of a thing. I don't understand. And even like things didn't work out with the full friend thing, so she had to make like alternative plans with my uncle. So he's like last minute, like, my son is coming, please let him stay with you. So that one happened. My dad was still in the whole fantasy land of like, my son is going to be around. But he didn't know I was moving. He didn't know. Like when I got posted to Enugu, when I told him, he was so happy. Because Enugu and Anambra, Enugu used to be the capital of Anambra, so it's very, very close. Yeah, so he liked the proximity, like my proximity. So when I told him like, I'm going to Lagos, he was like, what kind of nonsense are you? Now Nigerian parents are, what nonsense are you talking? He tore the location letter and everything. I was like, I'll go and print another one. I don't know what you're doing. I told him like, tomorrow I'm going, it's not, I didn't even give him like a week so that I would not have to hear it all through the week. It's like, yesterday, tomorrow I'm going, I'm leaving. She was like, I don't believe what you're saying, get out, that kind of thing. So I was like, okay, no problem. This man thinks I'm joking. No problem. So the next day, reached 5 o'clock, I packed my bag, everything, yeah. And I
sorry. I want to wait. I don't mean to interrupt you because I know that. Well, you had another source of income. Because
that time was NYSC, so shout out to NYSC for
because you cannot have said no, buy that without
having that kind of, you understand? So like the NYSC thing was so yeah, packed, like I'm about to leave. I was like, okay, lock the door back. I was like, this man thinks I'm not serious. So I go downstairs and my mom is like, have you told your dad? Like, yeah, what did you say? Don't say anything. And then as I was about to leave, my mom dropped me. As I was about to leave, he came downstairs. He was parrying for me. I was like, how can you let your first son go to a land that nobody knows. And my mom was very logical. My mom was very so. Let me not get into that one. So my mom was like, okay, you don't like it, but he's going, so at least try and be supportive or something. And I left and I went, entered the bus. The whole, it's like a movie, they are waving at you through the window.
like I said,
Lagos. Mom is like, yeah, waving, and then, and I was like, what the fuck did I just do? What the fuck? I'm about to do this thing. I'm not allowed to cancel.
Yeah.
Okay.
No
Yeah. So, 6 hours pass, the whole journey and everything, coming to Lagos. That's it. Go chase my dreams.
So wait, hold on. You've been in Lagos.
I've been in Lagos for a year and April, May, June, 2 months. Let's say 2 months.
How was
Today is what,
How's it
22nd,
been?
Rabi? Today is 22nd.
Yeah.
Perfect. So yeah, and 2 months. Perfect.
No, today is 23rd actually. Yesterday was 22nd.
Okay, yeah, and 2 months. Because it's like
1 day.
Yeah, 2 months.
Like, how's it been?
What I'm even
Is it something that you
listen.
like?
What I'm even concerned about is another identity can finish.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Okay. So luckily enough, God has blessed me. So coming to Lagos, I found the people here, and it was also in line with what I, the whole music and entertainment stuff. So that one paid the bills.
You still do it now?
I still do it till now. Yes. You need Lagos.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, there's something I want to understand.
Yeah.
Have you ever come to a point where you're like, nah, man, I'm done with Lagos. I just want to go back.
Jesus, 100,000 freaking times. I'm like, I'm not even doing this. It's just because of this. I swear, it's not because of this music. Like it will push you to that point where it's like.
I think it slaps different, knowing that where you're coming from is more peaceful.
You understand? Like
than
I can't.
We already used to.
You are used to the madness.
We
You
have
guys
no
are
choice,
used to the
bro.
madness. Like
To the rush
me, I'm
and
seeing some things. I'm
everything.
like, how is everybody just allowing this thing to just happen?
Now
Wait,
those
wait,
things that
wait.
you have seen, we're not going to.
Wait. I want to ask a question, right?
Yeah.
When you came to Lagos, right? Was it so hard for you to cross the road?
Cross
Because
the road. I
Lagos
didn't even want
drivers
to. I didn't
are
even want
crazy.
to. So I stayed in Bagada, and if you come out, it's like the Oroshiki Express. It's very far. Like so, I didn't even take any chance. I would follow the bridge like a normal human being. That sense. I don't want any problem.
Wow. So
I
people
follow
that
the
don't
bridge.
follow bridge.
Did you not say? That's what I said.
No, because I've seen Okay, so one morning I was leaving, right, and rowdy, everywhere was rowdy around that area, and apparently someone wanted to cross on me, and you can see that person left the house with 2 legs and probably ended the day with none. So it's messed up.
That's not something to be
To laugh about, but
That's jokes.
that's dark humor, though. Yeah. So
But genuinely, yeah. Cross your period though. Okay, so experiences in Lagos. I've been waiting for this. Have a list of experiences that I have had personally, right? So how it's gonna go is I'll say mine, you say hers, it say is, and then we'll rally back around. Basically, we'll look for a moral lesson because at the end of the day, there has to be a moral lesson. But it's good content for you. You get to laugh, you get to smile at whatever you're doing, right? So here's to make you laugh. First things, I wish like we can have like a dramatic entry to this because this first point is very
laugh, actually.
Yeah.
I'm holding myself.
So the first one is I got chased by a madman.
you know that one that skits makers feel like
I swear to Christ, I got chased by a madman, and here's the story, right? I was going to my grandmom's place, and I was coming from my grandmom's place. It's somewhere at Joko, somewhere at Ogun State. Yeah. Wow. Well, in our defense, our house is is like more than the area is stretching.
And it's still stretching.
So anyways, I was coming from my grandma's place. So we basically we all went to chill. My mom, myself, my cousins, everybody just went to say hi to the farm and everything. And me being a prostitute at the time, a friend of mine, it wasn't really old phase. I just I am I don't know, a feminine person. People like me. If they don't get to know me, when they don't know me,
girls like you, guy.
So he's trying to say he's a man, a girl is a girl is.
Anyway, so she was like, oh yeah, she's been telling me that we needed to chill or we had to chill at one point. So I'm like, oh, I'm in your area. What's up? Right, so I texted her that, hey, what's up? I'm in this area. Is anyone home? On our side. It's like, oh yeah, my mom is home. I'm like, okay, so let me know. But I'm like, no, let's go and eat. Let's go get something. Went to this popular pizza place. I'm not going to mention the name because they're not giving us money, right? But went to this popular pizza place, and before I saw her, I was, it was that moment in which I don't know if you have been to school still. That point in which you're like, hey babe, I'm downstairs. That kind of thing, right? So I'm on that Songo Bridge here, and I'm like calling her that, oh yo, where you at? And she's like, oh, she's about to leave. I'm like,
wait,
Are you kidding me? Like,
how?
So while I was just there, I was listening to music, jamming right under that bridge, right at the roundabout, and some dude just passed.
I'm waiting for the chase.
I
want to laugh so hard.
in my head.
So he passed. The story was funny. I said it before, but it was like a long time ago. But he passed around. I was like, doesn't concern me. Like, I wasn't in any proximity to him, so I was just minding my business. But I started getting uncomfortable, right? So I crossed to the other side of the roundabout, and I was just there chilling with the market women. I was just, playing my music and standing. And I think the market women just started doing their thing, and it was just getting uncomfortable. So I went back to it. At that time, I believe the madman had gone, right? And I was just standing there. So now, this was not the trigger for him. Some kid, the guy was seated on his own. Some kid tapped the guy and ran.
Whoa.
And when the guy could look up, it was
you.
me. Bro.
Oh my god,
bro. Like he said, it was something like out of a movie because the guy was coming closer. It was coming closer. I was like, what's up? But I didn't tell him. I was looking at.
Wait, CD, what's up?
There was
CD, what's up?
It wasn't funny, bro. Like I had to leave that vicinity. I had to we ran. Like I'm not joking. I ran, man. It was crazy, right? And I was like, is it really worth it? I thought about my life that because of woman.
Yeah, you have to. You definitely think you like.
You were gonna do bad thing. Not like
I did. That's the thing. It wasn't worth it. But then it wasn't worth it. But we had a good meal. We had a good laugh. Obviously, if you don't laugh with me.
You guys still went out.
Come on now.
Damn. You had to achieve the mission. The mission had to be achieved.
Did you tell her about that?
I did. No, I didn't.
That would be a very good conversation. Like
it would have, but it was unreal.
Very, very.
It was unreal.
I'm putting myself in your situation.
Your body was vibrating.
Bro, it was unreal. Like I was looking at it and I was like,
how come?
What is going on? So yeah, that was one of the craziness. Like there's so much more. Okay. One is this happened to me 2 weeks ago, right? I'm going to let Abigail go after this. And I'm ashamed to say this. But I fell into the gutter, right?
Like full on, like bam, like everything.
I'll get to that. It wasn't raining, right?
Oh Jesus.
You know how they always say, Adura, get your mind out of the gutter. So at this point, I think my body decided to.
You got your mind, but your body was there. Yeah.
So it was about 3 weeks ago, I don't know. He went for a shoot. It was like a work thing. I wanted to get straight.
Migos go Tanzania. Oh my.
It was somewhere at Akerele, right? So we were done with we are going to interview different people, right? We've done the first person. I think we're done the second person. We're going to the third person. We're even done. Yeah, we're done with the second person. We're going to the third person, right? And there's this particular bench that was covered by the gutter and everything. And my guy passed there. Mama, nothing happened. Bro, I went. It had not occurred to me till people were saying, hey, yeah. You know that feeling that people would.
You are still in shock. Like you are still trying to understand what.
People were like,
what the hell just happened?
Hey, yeah, what's going on? But fortunately, I got like 2 bruises. But fortunately, unfortunately, I was on my phone. So when I went down, my phone was on my hand. So that means I was able to use my elbow to so I went And I was on drip that day. I wasn't like on drip, but I was on corporate. So because I needed to look the part to interview people.
Yeah.
So at that point I was like, oh,
man, like
I had been like, there's splash mud on my body. But we carried on with the interview, and we went to treat ourselves with peppered egg. Very, very peppered egg.
I like how your story ends. Like, happily ever after. Like, yes.
No, I think in hindsight, he always ends well.
Yeah.
But now, Abigail, give us, before we go into the tweet, give us some madness that happens in Lagos, right?
Okay, I grew up here, but then I remember one that happened to me last year, like ending of last year. I was in Bayelsa before that, and then I came back to Lagos to attend the funeral. And so my phone was giving me issues, right? And I was thinking, oh, should I change? Should I not change? Should I change? Should I not change? The funeral ground, service of song. Like you would just expect that everybody will be in a solemn mood. Like you're thinking about your life and thinking about you get.
This was Lagos, right?
This was Lagos.
Okay.
You're thinking about what you're supposed to do with your life before that death this thing comes. And then few hours after the service of songs, I dropped my bag and I went to use the toilet. I came back, my phone had gone. And I'm like, wait, in a service of songs. Like, you put it to be a dead. What if? And I'm like, how come?
Okay, hold on. The person that passed.
What do you want to say?
What
do you want to say?
The person that passed. Is he related to you?
He's actually really close to me. The person that passed is actually really close to me. Like, let me say, he is the general overseer of my church, and so he passed. And so we all attended funeral and service of songs and everything. And we were expecting that,
Yeah, at
well,
least.
although people from far and near actually came. So I was just thinking, like, none of they fear death.
The reason I asked is maybe you were, the person was fighting with you and just decided to take your
My phone?
I'm just saying, maybe your phone was a distraction. Like every Nigerian parent would say, drop your phone. You do not gym well because of it. Like
like I said earlier, right? Like I said earlier, I was actually thinking whether to change the phone or not because the phone was giving me issues. And then person took it. But then another one came.
Okay. Happily ever after.
That's happily ever after.
I don't think that's crazy enough. Have you had anything that matches that crazy?
I don't think. Okay, maybe when I say it, you guys will.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, so it's very short and sweet. So I'm in front of my own supermarket, right? I'm helping out, and I'm like, I think the music is playing, so I'm like, doing the music, and then I turn, my eyes locks to this guy that is weird, almost borderline homeless, and he looks at me like this and starts dancing. I swear. And me, I was like, yeah, bro. And after he was like, oh, please, yeah. I was like, what the fuck just happened right now? So that's like, yeah, it was just very short and sweet. Like, I was like, what just happened right now?
See, I don't think
people are aware. I don't want to realize that people are aware in this Lagos. You don't even know. You just saw me. I was like, dancing. I was like, yeah. Crazy.
Okay, so let's read the number of tweets that made this episode actually happen. Right. All right. So I'm not going to mention people's names, right? But to put the tweet into context, this guy says that it's also a madman story. I don't know.
What's with it?
The madmen in this place are special. They are special people.
Like I feel like we that were normal are kind of mad.
Are we even normal? I think they are mad.
I was going
to. We are mad, but we are mad.
There's like levels to it, right? So he said that a madman spat on his body under K2 crossover bridge.
No, I'll beat you. I'll rough you up.
Rough you up.
I will just remove my stone you. I used to
rough you up. What do you want to? You know that?
Why would you spit up? Are you mad? I don't even care if you're a madman.
I said I don't care if you're a madman.
I don't even care. Why? If as you're doing it, I'm removing some, I'm finding something, I'm knocking you there because you're a madman. Sir. Nobody will even miss you. Don't even try that.
Wow.
Jesus, spit on my body.
Lagos. Lagos.
Where is this?
I'm now into
You get
Now, good. Now, and that's it. It says this one is from Palumi. Cover his name. I'm going to shout. I'm going to say.
shout out to Pelumi.
Palumi is our content manager. Alright, so he says that one time he walked from Yaba bus terminal to Wike office under the rain, sneakers in hand, pants rolled above the knee,
Wow.
walking barefooted in muddy water.
Wow.
Craziest thing was I had to walk down to Domino's Pizza in the hopes of finding
Some sort of transportation. Oh, Jesus.
Man, that's so crazy.
I feel like when rain falls, it's an extreme sport in the city of Lagos
This is an extreme sport, bro.
because you're going to see people that are more kind of organized than you, like they have their things together, and you that you are carrying your shoe, you are trying to avoid the water, then you don't look like, is it not the same way?
This thing.
I don't know that, but another one here is probably when that one time Abigail is going to read the number of those tweets, right? But probably when one time a guy ran and pulled me back and whispered in my ears, "I be king of boys."
Oh, I wouldn't say that one.
Okay, say it well. Maybe I didn't say it well.
Okay, no, it's not this one.
It's not this one.
It's not this one. It's the other one. Where
Yo, people
I
are
can't find
waiting.
it
How can
here,
somebody
right?
just run and tell you are the king of boys? Like, and whisper in your ear. That he was in close proximity. Like, you can feel the hot air coming from his.
like from his mouth.
Yeah.
One time, I was coming from. I remember this was my jam lesson period, so it was like 7-8 years ago, and I was like, I was coming back from lesson. It was somewhere at Lepo, yes, Lepo, mainland, and I was just coming. I wore a yellow shirt. I remember very clearly. I wore a yellow shirt, and I got to somewhere in that place, and some boys cornered me, like practically
Whoa,
like
serious?
7-8. Like they dragged me to one corner, and I was like, because me, I was listening to music. I
swear.
was listening to my thing. I was just trying to like it was speaking Yoruba. This one is even dragging with all that. Knee down.
Ah!
I said to Christ, like this guy slapped my head. Knee down.
Oh,
Shouldn't you be
no.
that guy? Abi. I was not like,
Which guy again?
no,
Lost.
no. I was like,
It's like wrong place at the wrong time. Like,
I was like, what's going on? And it was still like, if they form, Abi, they like give us now. They. So in my head, I think one of them now pulled them back. Like, okay, no be. I got see your papa.
yo, I swear,
Bro.
'cause imagine if they started pouncing on you immediately,
And
then
what's funny was that it was like 4 p.m. It was the height of when everybody closed. Everybody was walking about, like people were looking at
and
us.
that's the problem here. I see, because there's some wild things that you see, and everybody's like,
Yeah. They don't want to
everybody
get
just
involved
strolling and
stuff.
you're like,
I think that can be the moral for today.
how are you people normal and this is happening? It's not even possible. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. So Abigail, you have something.
I actually can't find that one where the guy said, okay, the guy was working, right? And 2 guys came. I was telling him that, guy, king of boys, they call you. And one of them had to hit his chest. I was like, king of boys, they call you. And he was like, he said he didn't even know when he just said, king of boys, Shola Chobowale. Oh, who else? That was crazy.
What's with this king of boys speed? Like, I don't know. In the streets, I don't know.
Let's be realistic here. Lagos is like a mix of people from everywhere. all over
Everywhere
the
is
world.
very diverse. Yeah.
Very diverse, and even when our diversity is our strength, it's also kind of our weakness, and it gives us multiple perspectives. to things,
Yeah.
However, when you see people that like inside the same Lagos, somebody will do something, and I'm like, bros.
Yeah,
And
that's what I was like,
It's not even a respect of age, oh. Like old men would like. Okay, so funny thing, I was on my way to my LGA one time, and I saw a guy that was playing guitar.
Yeah.
Like the kind of thing we see in Times
Yeah,
Square.
yeah.
Like this guy was singing in the morning, and I was like, yeah,
This is nice.
this is
New York vibes, you know.
You understand?
See you, babe.
But then some other guys come to somewhere and rough me up. Now somewhere at Yaba, I think it was before I went for my what's it called? That NYC thing. I go to camp. Yeah.
Orientation.
Yeah. Camping. Some beggar just came and hugged me.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know that, and it wasn't the beggar, it was the child. You know they send their child, their children. So just let's go. Let's in and out. Yeah. You get it.
I got the joke. You give a nasty as nasty as you want.
So I I got hugged by. Funny how the child wasn't particularly Nigerian. It was like
those child.
Yeah.
child people.
So like you don't understand. Like we were walking in between that Yabo, that Sabo market, that place that one corner that you have to pass besides Spa and come outside.
There's so
Shaking my
many
head
there,
like I really know where. But
Yeah.
so many there.
But you know where I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
anyway.
Yo, this guy just came from nowhere and hugged.
Hug you.
I have witnessed. No, this was not in Lagos, but it was in Ibadan. I've witnessed that a child opened a car. Like it was traffic. It was red. It was the light was red. That's why you need to like launch your cars every time because they opened. I was like, I was looking at it like this. Like how? What's your business? And I'm like, what's going on in this state? Now, BK mentioned something earlier, and I feel like that can be articulated from this conversation. That we all this actually I realized this yesterday. I was coming from. I went to go and see.
You're always going to see woman. Always going to see
It's not all
woman.
of the time. It's not some of these women.
always proving my
No,
Yoruba
it's
man
not.
theory.
Yoruba men are
let me
demons.
let me explain something to you. All of these women, sometimes they're not my women.
Yeah, that's even worse. That's even worse.
Some of these women.
What? Bro,
they're-
that's even worse, bro.
They're not who.
But I went to go and see woman. Let's just say like that. So sometime yesterday or 2 days ago, I can't remember. Earlier this week, right? And I saw that this girl was trying to fetch water. I know. Just
You
let me
just
have it.
transported to
Let me
South
have
Africa.
it.
Take
What
it, take it.
Right? So and she I think she placed the bucket somewhere not where the water should be running. So in my head I was like, I try help her to adjust it. But the Lagos in me is like,
Leave this one. No.
Beggy.
please.
Before you
are
adjust
format.
it now.
Na format.
I swear, leave this one.
An example is redemption camp. I don't know if you've noticed or you've gone to redemption camp that you even see pastors. You're just coming from camp. You see that some people had accidents. You don't even stop them. They say no, it's format for thieves. While I understand that the insecurity of the nation has made us to be very uptight
Vigilant.
and vigilant. However, I don't know. I think we need to be the change that we want to be, and this is election period. We need to start.
Very, very careful.
Everybody's on edge, especially in this
Being
city.
very careful.
I found another thing that I've noticed coming from like Anambra, like to here is like in Anambra, like you know when you stop people for directions, it's no while you can.
Yeah, exactly.
But here, once you are coming, they're like their guard is already up. This one,
Their
this
guard
one
is
wants
already-
to,
they're
or some
already
said they might be
frowning.
shifting for you and be like,
They're already frowning.
you want to say something like, don't like, please, I just want directions, and they'll be like, okay. Just don't.
But then when do people actually do that thing? When you tell them that, this is where I'm going to, they don't know the place, so but
But
they'll
they'll
be
still
like,
give you-
just go down.
I think I've done
Like,
that before. It's not nice though.
Really?
I've done
It's
that
not
before.
nice.
It's
No, seriously.
no,
it's
but
not
why I
nice.
did that was like it was
not
in,
nice.
it was in uni. So it's weird that somebody you don't know your school. How can you come and shame yourself like that? So he looked like a lecturer or somebody visiting lecturer that came. He was like, please, where are they doing the something host? I think they were hosting something in school. And I was like, hey, God,
Just go down.
just go down. You take your left. You see one building like that. Ask for this thing. And when he left, I was like,
That's crazy. But wait.
That's so dumb.
If you don't, this is actually.
he had a
happens
car
lot.
now. He had a car, so at least
Calm down.
AC will be
This
blowing
happens
him.
a lot. I'm sure,
See,
like
see,
you get to one place where you are going to where you are. Maybe you are going somewhere and you are cutting there, but you just don't know. But then you ask somebody that I'm going to somewhere, and they misdirect you to somewhere absolutely. Now, let me make this perfect for you. Before now, I've always wondered how people existed without Google Maps.
Man,
Like,
niggas use like sun,
Why?
wind.
no, that one is way back.
Way
I
back,
mean,
okay, not really way
maybe
back.
5 years ago, 10 years ago, before Google Maps became like
It's ASCO. I think the country was, it wasn't as
Advanced.
the atmosphere or people are out, so like everybody's survival of the fittest right now in the country. So I think if you take it like 5-10 years ago, the country was still good a bit. Where it's like people they can post you for NYCP, you can post you to Zamfara. You won't really have to. Your parents won't have to start praying. You understand? But so that's why you can actually ask. People were actually like I would say nice about
Humane.
Yeah, humane. Exactly. But now the country is survival.
Now he's saying that the East was peaceful compared. I mean, it's kind of peaceful compared to Lagos. I want to share that because I recorded a full episode about this, but for some reason I did not post it. So I'm just gonna I think we're going to round up on this.
Okay.
You're obviously going to read some other tweets, right? So I had my NYC cab at Abigail State. A little further from Anambra.
Yeah.
right? And you know, it was funny, right? I was supposed to go with a very popular vehicle transport company, and because of I was very, very skeptical of when Lagos, they would say that you buy tickets online, but I was supposed to buy the ticket the day before, and I'm like, I'm going to go there now and show them the online ticket, and they'll not be delaying me, so I'd rather go and pay physically. That was my own undoing, because when I got there by, I think it was supposed to be powered by 6:05, I got there by 5 something, and it was sold out.
Yeah.
And that was the trip. That was like that one trip. That's like that one day, right? And I should have been in camp the day before. So I was like, I had to make this trip. I had to do something. I'm not always late.
Normal Adura.
How so? If I'm late, if I come late, it's for a good reason. What? If I get, what are you saying?
I mean, sometimes you have to arrive
Yeah.
fashionably late.
Yeah, I don't mean that, but literally and figuratively.
You always go late to your CDS.
Oh no, CDS.
That's different.
That's different.
You want them
CDS,
that
Jesus,
different.
those
No,
old
it's-
men, they swore for me, man.
That okay, so just aside, so that's CDS. I like test the bounds of how late I can be.
Bro.
Like,
Well, I'm like,
Should I go?
they
Should I
shout
not
for
go?
me, man. Would they not allow me sign? I don't think so. If I say mommy 2 times, I think they'll
that's how it is, right? But back to the story. Yeah? So I left. I went with another. I know that it was known because I know people usually say these people names like all these Bible, Jesus is Lord, Allah, Alhamdulillah, those kind of Bible name vehicle. Okay, and when I saw them, I was like, oh yeah, I was going to go with this guy, and I was very scared because it was like right? I'm not going to even bore you with the details of just departure, but we departed around 8 something, and I kid you not when I tell you that I got to Muna the camp at 1 a.m. in the morning, like 1 a.m. That's a whole 12-hour journey, more than 12-hour journey. Right now, in the in between, like we got to, I think was it Onisha? No, there's one particular place that is very okay. After Delta was Onisha.
Yeah,
Right. So I have an aunt, my aunt in Onisha, in Delta. She's like, yo, anywhere past Delta, if you're ready past 6, don't go. Just come to my place. But I was like, it was going to be a waste of money, it's a waste of stress. I'm like, nah, I was just gonna see this through, man. By 6, by 7, I was still on Delta Road. 7, traffic was that bridge, right? So we got to that bridge, and past the bridge, we now got to Onisha. God was amazing. When I tell you that this place was a whole different level of crazy.
Well, Onitsha
Like,
is great.
Are you
Onitsha is at Lagos is the east, is the western.
Like now, I never knew that it was that. Okay, I saw that it was bad because I was in there, so I was safe. When I was coming back, I had to get on.
Yeah.
Like people were walking around with knives in broad daylight.
Nah, Onitsha is wild, man.
Like
Onitsha is wild.
niggas wanted to beat me because of I had load. Like I wasn't giving
No,
them.
no, no.
I said to God, like, if you don't speak the language, don't. Just
man.
beg. There's just beg.
Onitsha is wild, bro.
Like he had to take the Napep guy that was even speaking his language. I was like, why are you beating me because of my team? And now, but anyways, I got to, I think I now got to a number around say 10, 11-ish, 10. Then I remember telling the guy that, yo, I was going to NYC camp. I was the only core member in the vehicle. I was the only English person speaking in the vehicle. All of them were speaking one language there.
Igbo is what they call it.
Man. And the guy now said something that off me. This was around 10. And I was like, if I drop you at Abba, there's nothing you can do. And
Abba is even wilder than
Whoa.
Onitsha self, bro. Like, hey, bro.
I didn't thought to myself. I was even trying to drag Lagos boy with it. Now you don't tell me now. I tell you this one. Bro, as he told me that, I just calm down. I just said, oh, yeah, okay, I be coming back. I don't know where I did go. This is my first time in the East. And what's funny is
That's very courageous. Like, this whole story is very courageous, bro.
yeah,
So,
real time. I'm not even in the deep of it, right? And there were women in this vehicle, mothers. I was expecting them that if I raise my voice enough, I know my mother.
She would help you.
They did not say him. God so good as I just apologized to the guy. some other guy vehicle passed, and I think they were speaking the language. Like, where he's going? He said he's going to what is it called? He's going to Abia. Umuahia. Yeah, I remember Umuahia. So they put me inside another vehicle. I was the only one in that vehicle.
It's the driver.
And two old, scarily looking women from those movies. Now, now this was bear in mind, this was 11 p.m.
Yeah.
Now we got to Uyo, I think. We got to Uyo, and the guy said, "Me, I won't go see my family while they go out. So what thing go do again?" Like I said, I'm not joking.
Why did you just stop at Delta? Bro? Like you have
You're
mind.
stupid.
I swear.
Stronghead.
You have mind, bro.
Stubbornness.
Yeah. So he was like, "What thing you go do?" Like, okay, I go drop it for Uyo. They drop me at Uyo and put me on another bus, another van.
11 p.m. bro.
I was the only person there. I just the. Bearing in mind, everybody was calling me. If you're going on a long trip like that, everybody's calling you.
So you're trying to
Tell you
collect
have
your
time.
thoughts,
I'm
you
trying
know,
to
plan,
feel
and also
safe.
answer to.
My screen brightness was on the lowest. I was
Yeah.
looking at the thank God for Google Map. I was looking at the map that okay, hope I'm still on track. And there's one from Uyo to Abia. There was one road in between bush. There was no residency anywhere. So if anything was going to happen at that time, that's the end, right? We go for the journey. It was like an hour. I think I got to Umuahia around 12. From Umuahia, you still have to get another vehicle. That one too was like another 1.5 hours type of stuff. Now the vehicle that we now entered, when I tell you that this bus was literally falling apart, I'm not joking. Like I was feeling. So when I tell you that, I told this man that, sir, I'm a core member. I don't know. I'm going to camp, and he was like, we're speaking. I told him like repeatedly, like I knew that it's just like I go to somewhere. Like I did go this place, so she go reach. Say yes, I did go this place. So by the time that he dropped me off, I was like, oh God, as I just go to camp, I was already traumatized, right? And you know that was when those guys were asking me, do I have any forks or knives to give? But I'm not having forks to give. That was good. That was good. But yeah, I was like, yo, I have no forks here. And bearing in mind, I was able to sleep around say 2:30.
Yeah, normal camp, man. Without nonsense.
Bros, I wasn't able to sleep for like a whole week. I wasn't able to catch my sleep till Sunday. But I slept.
Yeah.
I slept. So I fwill like one thing that
was
we
an
can do, right?
experience and plus more.
See, and this is there's no amount of story that I will tell that will equal to the feeling that was that in the middle of the night, right?
Oh,
This was the
somewhere you
east.
don't know.
I don't speak. They don't. Funny how English is not their language. We are used to Lagos and Yoruba being the basic language. Like everybody speaking Yoruba. Even if they don't, if you notice that you don't speak Yoruba, they speak Pidgin. How is it going? They'll change it, right? But if you are not speaking Igbo, that's it. That's it. Women was riding bikes. That was the
some parts.
Ororo is on your head.
Yeah, man. I saw your mom's prayers.
I'm not joking, man.
Because if I have that journey, God, man,
It was
I'm
crazy.
thinking,
What?
like how your mom would have like.
My mom was calling, my aunt was calling
You
that.
understand?
Were you
like,
picking their calls?
I couldn't because of.
I won't even actually. But that would make it worse. Oh shit.
Yeah, so I had to like. So what I did was I texted.
Text,
I
yeah.
texted my calls that yo, please don't call me. I don't know where I am, but I'm 1 hour away. I'm looking at the map, and that was it, right? So one thing that I feel like we can get from all of this crazy story, even when sarcastic, is that people's business should be our business, right? I know that we might have this security first, like this survival instinct of wanting to
Protect self
concern
first.
me.
Yeah.
But however, I think, and I don't know how best or how to judge the situation. You have to use your instinct to your own discretion to know which you put your mouth inside. You don't see two agberos wanting to fight and you're like,
You want to bring boots on your head.
But if there's something that you feel like you can chip in and try to, I don't know, help. See, the Bible says love your neighbor as yourself. It doesn't mean literal neighbor. It doesn't mean your friend. Anybody that you see that you can, just try to help.
Yeah,
man.
man.
Because at the end of the day, these same adults that we complain of, we're going to be there with the next decade.
Very important.
Some of us
Very true.
not up to the decade. So be the change that you want to see, and I believe that's all for me. Does anybody else have anything to
No, I think it hits on the head.
you know the funny thing is that I did not have this at the beginning of the episode. I was just wanting to write.
To do something
And he said something, and so thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for being with us. If there's anything that you missed, you have your own. See, I'm sure
your own experience.
I feel like if we can trend this, I would really appreciate it. It means so much to not just me, but the podcast in itself. So just use the hashtag Shaking Tables Podcast. Tell your experience. Be creative about it. Be funny about this. We are going to make that tweet again. Everything. If you want to know what's going on, just use hashtag Shaking Tables Podcast. If you want to have a good laugh, you will see a number of these experiences on the timeline on Twitter. And Instagram is now out of it. You can share your opinion on Instagram. We're at Shaking Tables with AA on Instagram. YouTube, we're going to have a video at Adura. If you have some embarrassing story that you're not really particularly happy about, but you want it to be said, you can send it to our mail at shakingtableswithaa@gmail.com. Sorry, shakingtableswithaa@gmail.com. And I want BK to sell himself. I want Abigail to sell herself, and we'll call it a wrap on the podcast.
Yeah. Okay. So my name is BKAY, artiste. Follow me on Instagram, bk.gram. Follow me on Twitter, BKEastGod. Okay, BK. Okay, give me my voice. Yeah, BKEastGod, like BKBKEASTGAAD. Yeah, so it's still double A somewhere. So GAAD on Twitter. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, and Spotify as well. You can find me BKAY with an exclamation mark at the end. And yeah, but once you get to my Instagram, everything is easy from there. So yeah, man.
Give me the first letter of that song.
What song?
Your song. The covered face.
Information. Is it?
Information.
Yeah. And stream information.
So funny story. I like to tell stories. I know you enjoy to listen to good stories. So I met BK on Instagram.
Weird.
It wasn't just Instagram. It was Tammy that connected us. Tammy says, shout out to you.
Shout out to you. Man.
I don't know, that day we were bored. It was you, Gray, me, and Tammy.
Yeah, four of us.
It was middle of the night type of stuff.
I swear.
And they were saying that my blue t-shirt was kind of gay, and I was like, okay, I have ring light. No, they were like, very soon you will have ring light. Then I went to that ring light.
Yeah, it was so wild. That was very funny. Like people that I don't even know these guys, and it was real. The vibe was just mad.
And months after, we have him on the podcast. So be open to making friends. Don't snub yourself because of the fine big one. I will always say that. I see.
Are you a bum man?
Rest is life.
Oh shit.
No, rest is life. However.
You don't even know where you are.
Calm down.
You don't even know where you are.
Listen.
No, you don't know where you are. I'm talking to you directly.
Talk to me when you belong in one of these categories.
Yo.
Okay, nice one.
Nah, she belongs in the Q face category. In the Q face.
Right. So how I'm Q voice. Right. Anyways, I like the good things in life. I like very good things in life.
He likes good things.
I like finest things in life. I mean, come on, don't see. Let me tell you something.
So
listen. If you are blessed with,
Bobo and blessed is not fine. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Are the good things of life?
Yes.
Okay. No worries. You know what? Finish up.
I'm joking, mommy. I don't mean that.
Yeah, you already said this.
I'm joking, right? But if you know you belong in one of these or the other category, but just even look at yourself. No. Listen. Let me tell you something.
What category?
There's something called equilibrium in physics. One cannot be more than the other.
You understand?
And no, it has to.
It has to be balanced.
Yeah, even Tano said it. Balance. Perfectly balanced. So reach out to me on Instagram at Abigail_AA. I like to say hi.
I think you said that thing before. But then continue.
Okay, Abigail, that's Adura_AA. That's ADURAGBEMI_AA everywhere. Snapchat too. So I mean Snapchat. Understand?
Snapchat.
Disappearing messages and whatnot, but.
That's what the bad thing is.
I'm just saying, man.
So that's one of the first things they told me when I came to Lagos. Leave Instagram, they're on Snapchat.
Really?
Boy, now, where are you?
I tried doing it, but Snapchat is not. It's
not your thing.
It's too wild.
It has there's no boundaries to it. It's
That's
just
too wild, man.
now, like whenever I see some shit, like they post, like when I see like some X-ray stuff, what I usually do is I'll look at it like, I'm going to remove it as my phone. I'm going to finish watching. I'm sorry that I'm just saying. I'm
Really,
saying.
good boy.
No, listen.
Good boy in the mud.
Listen.
I'm listening.
Like before,
But then still, good boy in the
I used
mud.
to add everybody like anyhow because I wanted the following. But I was like, nah, I don't do this. Right. So what I usually do is once I've seen that you're the kind of person that has to post nonsense, I'll just look at that nonsense. I started. Well, let me just finish.
Really.
Then I'll go to my new friend.
Good boy in the
So, like I said, I appreciate good things in life. Right. I rest my case. Abigail,
You're
sell
such a
yourself.
Yoruba man.
Yoruba dude. Hi everyone. Again, you can find me on Instagram, Tamara_Edons. On Twitter, T_Edon.
That's what they don't.
EDONK. Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Why?
That's not Yoruba. That's not Yoruba.
Nah, that's Ijo.
You from Bayelsa?
But like, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not every day you get to meet one of the minorities.
Wow.
Yo, they'll come from you, eh?
Listen.
They'll come from you.
Hold on.
God.
The spotlight was shed on you on NYSC, right? Like you
Well
do
done.
different.
Yeah,
tribes.
tribes.
So did you not do that?
No, well, me minority.
Yes.
Well done.
I always wanted to say that. And just
All right, so one more tweet. I'm calling it a day. One more tweet. So this guy says I was in a bus and the lady's phone fell out, and a conductor from another vehicle jumped down, took it, and refused to give it. He claimed it was his now since he found it on the floor. When they saw that, the phone fall from. Okay, wait.
I saw the phone for our boss.
Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much.
I think
for
this
watching.
is the craziest.
So if you want to find more crazy, you can use whenever you are tweeting, use the hashtag Shaking Tables Podcast. People would see your funny stories. You build conversation from there. You build relationships from there. I'm sure that one I'm missing. Oh yeah. If a couple announcements, right? The episodes are now going to be bi-weekly. What this means is that we're going to be dropping one episode every 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm sorry. But we need these episodes to play out its full potential before we start to cloud people. So while new episodes might give us numbers, we want the episode. We don't want to just be move belly every time. It has to be it's a Lagos state. You don't understand. You're not from Lagos, right? But yeah, so please bear with us. We're going to be a lot of work is going into this. Also for the book review, we're going to be having book reviews very, very soon. Right, so if you have any book that you think to yourself that you don't want to read, or you're just lazy about it, but you really want to read, but you just maybe can't find the time to read it, or you just think you're too busy to read it, reach out to us, send us a mail at shakingtableswithaa podcast with the name of the podcast, or just reach out to our Instagram at shakingtableswithaa, or Instagram or Twitter at the Star Podcast. Right, send us a message and tell us that this is the name of this book. I'm hopeful that we can get one person so that we can start to read the book ahead of time. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening. BKAY, you're an amazing person. I'm hopeful that this episode does numbers, because a lot of things, a lot of factors tried. Like when I say fact, like, it was crazy.
And we didn't even talk about that one. Like we didn't even talk about like all the hindrances and
Lagos,
obstacles.
Like
borderline witchcraft.
Especially the light issue, right?
Crazy, man. But this happened. It has to bang. Just like some people's wedding night, it has to bang.
Just like Christmas Eve, it has to bang.
I said wedding night.
But then get your head out of the gutter.
It's legal now.
Really?
It's legal. Kills
It's
in
your wedding night now.
It's your wedding night.
What else are you supposed to do?
What? Okay.
Except bang?
What is it? Playing board games.
Don't really
Oh, too late, Abby. For some people. You can't wait that much. You can't wait that long.
Bang.
Does it really have to be on the wedding night?
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.
See you. Probably we'll have a podcast on this. So watch this space. Don't go nowhere. Have a great one.